Hello, welcome to a new game called Zombie Craft. This is a free game on Steam, 2021. It's mostly negative. Um, it's sort of like a poor man's Minecraft. What intrigued me about this is you've got different levels, but no one's ever been to the different levels. Everyone dies all the time. It's too hard, hence why everyone put a negative. So I was intrigued if I could actually get to the second level. Like you see, this level has got this one here. It's got like a lava waterfall or something. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, I thought we'd have a look. And when you go into the programming again, it says level 0, level 1, level 2. So I guess there's a level yet to be explored. No one's ever been there. So, can I do it? Can I go to a level that's never been explored yet? So let's look at this now. This is Zombie Craft by Crafty Games. As I said, it's a very poor man's Minecraft. I believe it's from a Russian because it's translated into Russian and English. Not that there's really anything to do. But I'm going to show you. So first of all, if you press N, you'll get Trillium. And the reason being is because evidently the developer was cheating and he forgot to disconnect N. So by doing that, I can craft the hardest armor straight up. Congratulations, we're already nearly finished everything that you can possibly do in the game. So I'm just going to put the Trillium armor on myself here, and we are invincible. Well, not invincible, we can die pretty easily. Next, we want to make a sword. So we're going to actually just, we need 10 quartz sand, and we also need 10 iron, both of which are here. This is our base. There's only one base. There's nothing else other than the landscape. You're in a sort of like a big square, and if you go to the end of the world, you just sort of hit an invisible wall. That's basically about it. So now I've made myself an iron sword. Now the reason why you want to make an iron sword is because it makes getting sheep a lot more easier. Because when you find a sheep, which is the only sort of object other than a zombie on this game, if you hit it with your fist, it sounds like a metal clanging thud, which you'll soon hear anyway. It's same sound that a sword makes when you're hitting a sheep. I'm not sure why a metal club sound is utilised, but anyway. And there we go. Oh, we had a sheep just outside of our house. There we go. Thud. And we have one protein. Now, if we eat, you can eat that, and that will, again, put my energy level. So if you have a look at the top right-hand side, you'll see that there's heart and stamina. If your stamina gets exhausted, you will lose. You will lose rapidly your hearts. So if you lose all your stamina, you starve, and at a starving point, you will lose hearts incredibly fast. But if you keep your stamina up, you won't lose the hearts. So that's pretty much all you got to worry about. So you can heal, and healing hearts is basically crafting on the table. So you always, because you've always got to go back to your house, you want to keep track. You don't want to lose your house. If you lose the location of your house, it's going to get a lot more harder. But if you keep your house in a relatively safe distance, because it does blend in, and just run around collecting as many sheep as possible. Now, so if you go inside your house and use a crafting table, you can craft, I think it's sort of like a potion, first aid potion or whatever. Majority of the time you just want to eat and just keep your stamina up. Once we got enough stamina or enough food, we're going to actually punch down into the earth. Again, I don't want to use too much. You see now, every time you mine a block, it's deleting your health. So to keep your stamina and health up, you just keep eating. So 2 eats is enough. And there's no jumping mechanic, so it's just an automatic jumping mechanic. Got enough now to create an iron drill. Now what the iron drill will do is it makes it a lot more easier for me to drill down without causing much stamina loss. And this is what the iron drill looks like. But if you were to hit a sheep without a sword, you're basically launching it into the sky, and it's a lot more harder. So that's why I always recommend get a sword first before you run around hitting sheep. And you'll have to hit a sheep 3 times with punching them. Where with a sword you only have to hit it once. Now what we're after is this. What you just saw is a hydrogen cube, which is that blue little thing. We need 10 of those. They are hidden somewhere down here. They can be hard to find. I know there's a vein down here. So you'll notice that what I did is I started at the bottom of sort of close to a lake. The reason being is because I can cut a lot of that, because the hydrogen will only be inside the iron. You also have to keep 3 blocks high to get out, or it won't let you out. So you got to be careful there. You can get stuck. As you can see, my health has dropped quite dramatically now, which is alright. I just need to go around collecting sheep again to get my stamina back up. So that's what I'm going to have to do right now. So most people don't survive the first night. They get to the first night and then they die. You'll also notice that a lot of people will complain about the turning. So the mouse turn is very, very... I'm literally swiping across the whole mouse pad really, really fast in order to turn my character. It's like 0.1. So the turning cycle sucks. But you don't really need it because you can run quite easily. So I'm used to it now. So... and I play this all the time now, and every time I play it, I don't die. So the secret is just understanding how the stamina works. Once you understand, don't let your stamina go to 0. You'll keep alive, even at night time. So even though everyone says it's impossible, not really. We're about to head in tonight, so you're going to see the zombies. I've only come across one type of zombie. In the trailer it shows 2 types, but I don't know if that was an earlier case. I definitely haven't come across that. And I'll explain what I have come across and what I haven't when we get to what is known as the red event. So we'll just collect as many of these sheep. If the sheep are on top of you, sometimes you can't hear them. So what do we got? 3. I'm going to eat 1. Keep my stamina up to 4. You can run crazy, and you don't take full damage either. So there's two pluses. You can jump off a cliff and have no thing. I got 4 hydrogen. I'm going to go down there because we're nearly got enough for a trillium sword. And that's like everything. That's and then I'll show you how to quickly grab everything as well. But that's amazing. We've nearly got enough. Unfortunately, I gotta eat again. The iron blocks really gets rid of your resources fast, so you got to be careful. Now that noise that you just heard, that means that it's turned nighttime, and we've got zombies around everywhere. So I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. Now you can actually, if they can't, they will always spot you, but if they can't, like if you're on top of a floating platform, like if you create a platform for yourself, so it takes about 5 hits with the sword, an iron sword. Not worth it. You'll just die. You'll just lose your health really quick. And they don't give you anything anyway, so there's no point in. All you're going to need to do is really avoid them. The whole just run around, look for sheep. That's basically all I can say. Another thing you want to avoid is being enclosed down in the dirt, because the zombie hits, sort of like the Limbo Revolution game, they can sort of go through the dirt and still get you. So you don't want to, and they might be a long way away from you. It's like their attack actually hits. So you want to, every time it's nighttime, just stay outside. Basically, makes it a lot more easier. The trees don't give anything. There's only 4 blocks that you can collect, and the building mechanics don't work. I'll show that, which is a pity, because if the building mechanics worked, I'd actually probably recommend this game, to tell you the truth. It was novel. Now the objective was, and this is what the developer was trying to do, is get you to run around at nighttime collecting stuff, like collecting weapons and special material that would fall out of the sky. And that was the only time you would be able to do it. The only item I've ever come across that falls out of the sky is Trillium. Now if you remember, when we started the game, we just pressed the letter N and we got an endless amount of Trillium anyway. So because the developer didn't shut off his own cheat mechanic, we literally got everything we needed within the first 10 seconds of the game. But that's the principle of the game, which still isn't hard. Like, even if that cheat mechanic wasn't, I didn't have access to it, it's easy just to stay away from the zombies. All I really need is a Trillium sword, and that means I only need 10 Trillium, and maybe enough Trillium for a Trillium drill. So that's another 10 Trillium. So 20 Trillium all up. It wouldn't be hard to come across Trillium. 20 lots of Trillium. It might mean about surviving 3 or 4 nights, basically. So you got this scary atmospheric music. The problem is this scary atmospheric music might bleed over into the daytime, and it might just suddenly stop. It's not placed that well. So there's a few mechanics. Now in the store, the developer kept stating we, but that developer's only made an appearance once, and basically it was at the start back in 2021. Never communicated, never updated the game since then. So I believe it might be a Russian, and as far as I know, so dead ahead of us, that's Trillium. That's what we're going. So as we pick it up, which is just run into it, you'll see you collected number 1 Trillium. We've already nearly survived the first night. We're heading off into daytime. The main thing, as I said, just keep picking up sheep so you can drill what you need to get the hydrogen. I would say hydrogen is probably harder than the hardest thing to gather in the game. You'll notice I'm also running around the, as I said, my building. If I do lose my building, all I have to do is exit the game and then go back by pressing continue. Whether I'm nighttime or daytime, it will just basically reset back to day one, and give me all the stuff I've collected. So if you was to exit the game at nighttime, so that's it. We survived the day. As you can see, the music's bled through, which is fine. It just means we're going to have scary music as we continue on. So basically, all I have to do is find another 6 hydrogen, and we're pretty much done the whole entire game. There's another one, so we've got 5 now. Yeah, so it's taken me 15 minutes so far. And as I said, once you know the stamina, the objective is stamina, I wouldn't say it's really that difficult to 100% this game. I will show you a couple other things a bit later on. But my job at the moment is just to get this. And once you've got a trillium drill, you can easily just keep going. Even with an iron drill, you can keep going. So there's another one. Should have 6 now. Okay. So with the continue gimmick, like if you were to exit out, continue on, I know there's a vein of trillium down here. So if I locate hydrogen, so if I locate the hydrogen straight away and just drill straight down to it, and then exit and continue, then I can collect hydrogen really, really quickly. And with that trick, I can craft everything in the game very, very fast. So to 100% this game, you can do pretty easily. But as I said, as you can see, I'm stuck because I require 3. I only require 2 to go downwards, but 3 to get back up out of the... So I'm running out. I'm just on 1 heart, which I'm not fussed because, as you saw, I survived the whole night without losing anything. I really just want to get this trillium sword so I can show you what it does. But I need a few more sheep in order to get that last little bit. So sometimes you need to stop and let the game catch up so it can spawn in the sheep. The sheep seem to just spawn in the same location over and over again. No point in... You can't mine your own house. You can't drop blocks or create blocks. Or you can create them, but you can't drop blocks anywhere. That mechanic is broken. Trees don't do anything. I don't think water gives you anything either. So if he actually built and created, because his initial intent was to create a free game, learn from the feedback of the customers, and then eventually make it into a paid game. Unfortunately, after implementing this, he never went on. And I don't know if that's because of the war between Putin and Ukraine, basically Putin and Ukraine. And so he's been killed, or if he's still alive or anything. Don't even know his name. It's never been put in there. He's put an alias Crafty Games, which is not a real company. So all I can tell you is, as I said, he's a Russian, due to probably the translation being in Russian and English. Not that there's much to translate other than the title Zombiecraft. Other than there's no other language in here. There's only a thud, and some of the zombies might go grrr, and that's it. I'm sure that grrr is as much in Russian as what it is in English. Okay, so we're heading. We want to get as much as done as we can before the second night. So hopefully I can go back now. And hopefully just locate the what I need to get that hydrogen. So we're pretty high up on the stamina. I'm just going to get the drill out again and hopefully find this. I know there's another vein somewhere around here. See how quickly that went down? I've got basically just 2 and I didn't really get anything. I'm not sure if I'm going to get enough hydrogen by the second night, unfortunately. So I've got one more. And if I don't do it, then I've got to go out and get some more sheep. Come on, where are you? Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. Found it. Not sure. Oh, I'm stuck in him. Stuck in a... There we go. Maybe get out now. Okay, I've only got 1 block. Not sure how much. I think I've only got like 1 or 2 hydrogen left needed. Or do I have enough? I might have enough. I'll just check. Yes, I have enough. So there we go. Now that's it. That's pretty much the game. I'll just go through the one more night and then I'll cut to I'll show you a few other things. So I've now got the most powerful weapon by second night, before the second night even showed. Already have the most powerful armor, so we got the most powerful items in the game already. The only thing we haven't come across is the red event. So you know how I said there was level 0, level 1, level 2. Level 1 seems to be nighttime. That's as far as I can tell. So with the different music. So level 2 is the red event. Now the red event happens, I don't know, I think it's random. I thought it might be biome, because I have gone across and there was one biome that was probably a little bit more snowy than the others. But yeah, like I don't know if it was killing so many zombies that activated the red biome. I'm not actually sure. But I honestly just think it's a random event and it just happens probably not every time. Like I've had it show up. I've been through the red event 3 or 4 times now. Sometimes it happens after 6 nights, sometimes 7. I had it once after about, I think the first or I think the 3rd night was a red event. So yeah, I'm not sure. But as you can see, the Trillium Sword, it's so different music. Bang, 1. No more 5. I just go straight into it. Smack. So I believe the nighttime is 1.5. We've got Trillium falling in the background there. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the blue block fall out of the sky. So let's go down there. And you can see it glowing. So I think the objective was, now if you clue it on, what we originally saw, what I thought was lava, a lava waterfall, is actually a red sword. The developer was running around with a red sword, and I've got a blue sword. So there's another Trillium block that's just fallen out of the sky, and there's another one. So as you can see, sometimes on you can collect quite a lot of Trillium even on one night. Like I've collected, I think, probably around 10 trillium one night. So that was enough for and there's another trillium falling out of the sky. So even if the developer didn't disconnect his cheat that he was using, if he did disconnect his cheat, you would probably still be able to survive this game without dying. It's all about just not losing your stamina. And as you can see, I'm only 1 health, but nothing's really killing me. Just going to create a potion now to build up my health. I haven't done that yet. Had to just kill that thing before. Heal, and now you see I'm two hearts. And I was able to do that in no time while everything was, coming at me. Now in the trailer you can see these red crystallite zombies. There's blue crystallite zombies as well in pictures in the trailer, but I've never come across blue crystallite zombies. But even in the red event, I've only ever come across red. And as I said, I've been through 3 or 4 red events. So problem is I'm not sure how many red events you need to go through. Each time I went through a red event, I basically exited the game and went back into the game, which starts you back at day 1. I don't know if you have to play like 30 nights or something before you get something different. I doubt it. I don't think there's anything more. And I think the developer was using a cheat sword, which was never implemented in the game. So I don't think a red sword falls out of the sky or anything. Could be wrong, but I don't think there is. I think ultimately what you're seeing is the whole game on offer at the moment. So, all we have to do is wait till daytime, and then I'll cut through and I'll restart. I'll exit the game and continue and show you what I mean by and then I'll cut to a red event so you can see what a red event all entails. And that's it. That's 100%. The red event also has its own music as well, which is actually pretty cool music, to tell you the truth. I was quite surprised when I came across it. Which the first night when we had a scary music, and this night we don't have the scary music. We have just sounds. So I don't know if this is 1.5, because the programming shows it's level 0, level 1, level 1.5. So this might be 1.5, just more zombies. The red event, a lot more zombies. And the difference with this one too is a lot more trillium falling out of the sky than maybe the first night. So we nearly made it 30 minutes in the game, and we've basically 100% of the game already. Just a few more thuds. Waiting for them to all disappear. There we go. Survived 2 nights in a row. So as I said, you should be able to do this. Let's cut. Okay, so I've just cut. I've exit out, exit in. As you can see, I've actually just built up everything. This is everything in the game. Every armor. I've got everything really quickly. Every drill bit, every sword, every block. I've 100% crafted everything in this game whatsoever. Haven't died. So you can't die, because if you die, you don't have everything. So this shows I've been able to get everything. I'm going to show you how to do it real quick, just using the exit and continue glitch. Before I do that, I just want to show you that the building mechanics don't work. So if we go to the blocks, I'm just going to choose a block here, equip. The game just locks up. doesn't let you move. So to get out of it, I basically just got to go back into the inventory and click my hand icon again. That's the only way back out. And as you can see, I can move again. So unfortunately, the developer, you can't build your base. If you could build your base and build items, the other thing, you can walk around on your head, which I don't recommend. I've never seen this before in the game. He never cut it off, but you can just keep rotating downwards, and yeah, freaky, especially trying to attack zombies that way. But anyway, I don't want to make you sick, so let's get back right way up. So as I said, we know where a vein of stuff is. So if you count about 4 or 5 squares out from there, and just go down, and we should be able to link to about 5 or 6, 7 hydrogen, which means you'll need about 2. So there we are. We already found it. That's how easy it was. And there's another one just on the side here. And another one on this side. And then you just exit and continue, and you just keep doing that, and you can farm hydrogen pretty easily. So that's how I do it. But I'm just going to go straight down now to show you what's down. So the various wells. Oh, there's more hydrogen. Might as well pick it up. Hello. There you go. There's heaps more hydrogen. 16 hydrogen just in that. If you just were to go straight down, just to show there's no other world, you'll just hit sort of like a blue bedrock. Doesn't take much. With the trillium drill, you won't use energy so much. You still use energy when hitting iron, but the other blocks you don't really use energy much at all. And there we are. We hit the bottom of the world. There's nothing here. It's just, yeah, that's it. We can't lay any blocks, so there's no way of getting down and up from. We can't build a base down here or anything. The only way we can get back to our house is to exit. So that's what we're going to do. Exit, and then we'll press continue, and we're back in our house. And the game gives us all the stuff that we've collected back to us. And then we just go around, either collect sheep or hydrogen again, and that's how you farm everything. So let's go to a red event. This is the red event. So this happens every... it's a random thing. The sky turns red, and there's sort of creepy wild music, and there's a lot more zombies, as you can see. Huge amount. They're faster, and they will come at you non-stop, which still isn't hard because I've got a trillium sword. But this is level 2, I believe, and there's an occasional flash of lightning. I've never had any items drop from the sky in the red event, so trillium doesn't come down, I don't think. I've never seen it, and I've been through about 3 or 4 of them, but I reset every time, so because it takes a while just to get to a red event. So if is there a red sword in the game and I just haven't come across it, I don't know. Are there any more blocks or weapons? I don't know, but I don't think so. I honestly think this is the whole event. So what we'll do is we'll just survive this red event, and then we'll go back to the trailer just to show you what I'm talking about. The blue sword is the red sword in the trailer, and the other icon was sort of like Trillium with all the zombies phased out. So I think he despawned all the enemies and took so that he could take a photo of the Trillium, which is what I think happened. And so because of that, it looks like there's one or two worlds that we haven't been to yet, but we have been to them. Can't get the sheep. Sometimes the sheep is harder than the zombies. But that's pretty cool. I'm happy. I had a lot of fun getting to the red event. Yeah, it's not Minecraft, but I do think if he kept working on it, if he built if he actually fixed the building mechanics, and he kept working on the objective of stuff falling out of the sky at night time. I had a few different enemies instead of just red crystal-like zombies. I actually think he could have sold this one, to tell you the truth. I think there's something there. But unfortunately, the music's already stopped, so all you're going to hear is thudding. There's a lot of zombies here. And as I said, as long as if they can find you, they will see you, no matter where they spawn on the map. But if I was to, let's say, build a platform for myself, about 2 or 3 blocks and high, and then cut the bridge to it, then they won't see me because they can't pathfind to me. They just literally mill all over the place. And you can just wait there. So we're nearly daytime. This was the hardest event. And that's Zombiecraft. So there's another zombie game done. If you want to check this out, free on Steam for yourself. If you do find a red sword, let me know how you found it. But I honestly believe this is 100% the game. I believe the developer was just spawned in a red sword for himself. And I believe he despawned all the zombies so that he could take a picture of the Trillium. Which is what I think is happening. And that's it. So you've seen the red event for the first time. No one else has showed the red event. There are a few videos, but it's just videos of people going, what the hell is this game? And I'm dead. Yeah. So there's the trailer. There's the red sword. It's not a lava waterfall as I originally thought. And yeah, and that one we've seen, and there's the Trillium. It's actually a Trillium block, and he's just despawned all the zombies so that he could take photos of the Trillium, which is why it looks like another world as well, but it's not. Yeah, so kind of misleading on there. And I think there was one more shot. That's the normal world. That's actually our house. It's our house all bright for some reason. And that one. Well, that's it. Again, the red sword. Not a lava waterfall. Until next time. Bye for now.